a piece of glass. It doesn't have to be really thick like this. Like my one at home is just a piece of glass I had from a picture frame. So this is what you're going to use to roll your ink out and do the print on. 2 buckets of water. Gum Arabic. And this is Winsor Newton is the brand that I got. Gum Arabic. A brayer. That's this tool.
No, just say it's late. You're going to get it emailed.
You're going to get it emailed to you too, but a sponge or 2 sponges. Let me see, I've got it all written down here. 2 containers of water, 1 plain water, 1, and then you can do it on leather hard clay or bone dry. Maybe we'll try it on both. I think leather hard it works better, but oh yeah, and then a spoon because you're going to burnish the image on there. Okay, so this is my Mason stain, and this is the black number 6600. So that's just a black that seems to work well. So before I came, I didn't want to bring a huge thing of linseed oil, so I just measured 3 parts linseed oil. So I did 3 of these little spoons of linseed oil, and then it's 2 parts Mason stain. So 3 parts linseed oil to 2 parts Mason stain. So it's 3 to 2 by volume.
That stuff smells.
You said that's 6600?
Oh yeah, I smell it.
6600.
6600. Just, you can use any color. Excuse me. You can use yellow. Mason stain. It stains come in all different colors. Okay, so probably I wouldn't have already stuck my spoon in here, but.
Oh, a grinder. Spoon to garnish with, and she did say it.
Okay, so I've got my 3 spoonfuls of linseed oil already in there. Boy, I have really checked some weird things on planes. Traveling Potter.
They don't give you any problem, huh?
Not really.
That's great.
Check it. Check it. Okay, and then you have to mix this really well.
Yeah.
Oops. Make a huge mess. Give me my hotel towel.
Is that like deadly?
Huh?
Is that like deadly stuff?
I don't know.
It's
There's
messy.
probably some heavy metals in it, I'm sure. So you're supposed to mix this for kind of a long time. Maybe I can get somebody to do this while I start with the other stuff. So what I'm doing is like grinding it kind of against the side of the jar to try to get all the stain mixed in there. Somebody
Maybe
want
better to do it in a bowl
Maybe.
in another situation.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so this is expensive. This is $14 for this little jar, which could make it kind of not as good for teaching, but okay, so I made the stuff. Now I'm gonna put a splash of gum Arabic in one of my buckets of water. So this should just be clean water. It's a little clay from my last demo, but just plain water, and then I'm just gonna put a splash of this in there.
And about how much water does it matter really? Just a bucket.
Probably about that much, a half gallon or so.
A splash and a half a gallon.
Yeah, a splash of gum Arabic in half a gallon of water. Okay. Then I'm gonna put gum Arabic on my glass here. I think I'm gonna try the bite first. So I put the gum Arabic on here. I'm going to put this, so I've cut around the edge of it. I'm going to
Now
lay
that
it,
is the bottom side is touching the gum area.
yeah, I laid it at the bottom in the gum Arabic, and now I'm going to spread it over the top of it too. So what the gum Arabic does is makes the ink from the toner sticky. So that when I ink this up, the black is only going to stick to the black areas and not the white, hopefully.
So you're rubbing that gum Arabic on top.
Yeah, I'm rubbing it on top. And so it was already, I laid it in the puddle of it, so it was on the bottom, and then I'm also putting it on top.
Is there any danger of smearing if you rub too much, or does it
I
won't?
don't think so. I mean, you can see the image is stained pretty
Yeah.
clear. And then I'm going to take the excess off the edge. Because this stuff is so expensive, I'll put it in my splashed gum Arabic bucket here.
I think they sell it in crystals too. That might be a little cheaper.
Yeah, you can this is like the fancy stuff for the art store because they use it in cooking too, so you might be able to get cheaper. Okay, so I've got that down there. Okay, and now probably we should have mixed that longer, but we're going to go ahead and go for it. Okay, so I think this little amount of ink you can probably, so it should be like acrylic paint, like about that thickness, so that it's not like real watery, but it will like run like paint. You see it? Okay, so this is probably enough to do like 20 images at least. That's a lot. And so I'm just gonna lay out a line of this about the width of my brayer. I'm hoping, if this doesn't work, please forgive me. I'm learning how to do this, and I've only taught it once before, but it's really cool if it does work. So then I'm gonna ink up my brayer, and then I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna ink my image. Hopefully it's not gonna.
Oh, so you don't have to put water over it.
Not yet. We'll see in a minute. So I'm going to get a nice thick coat on here. And I'm going in one direction. If I went like this, I'll catch the paper and it'll stick to the brayer. So I'm just kind of going in one direction and getting it spread over there. Then I'm going to take my gum Arabic, the one I splashed the gum Arabic in, and I'm going to wash this out. So I'm going to squeeze the sponge on here, and hopefully, if I did it right, oil and water don't mix, so it's going to make the ink separate from the water. And then you kind of like just blot out the white areas. This is not looking like it's going to turn out good. I can try my truck picture instead, might work a little bit better. And so, blot this out.
When you're blotting, you're still using the gum water?
Yeah.
So you're not actually taking the ink off of the image, supposedly.
The ink should be staying on the image. It doesn't look like it is, but we'll see in a minute. And then you do it again. So you do this 3 times. You ink it, wash it out, ink it, wash it out 3 times. I'm really afraid this isn't going to work, but
I want to know how the ink knows where to go.
it's the toner.
Well, don't
The
mix.
toner, it sticks to the toner.
Oh, okay. That's going to run to the edge by you. There you go.
So yeah,
But the toner is acting, it's drawing the ink.
it's sticky, yeah, making the ink stick to it.
Is there any time frame where you really need to let the gum Arabic activate with the ink on the
I
toner?
don't know, probably. Like I said, I haven't done this very much.
I know with printmaking, like if you did it with a color thing, you had to use it within 24 hours, or else it wasn't going to work, or something like that. But that was with printmaking, and I don't think we were using that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
so cool.
I showed my students how to do this, and they had some pretty good results. So I sort of know what I'm doing.
Love transfers.
It's one of those practice makes perfect kind of things.
Yeah, totally.
Got to play with it.
Totally. Okay, then.
Is there an upside when you first put the decal into the gum Arabic?
Okay, this is not a decal. It's not a decal.
I mean, excuse me, well, whatever.
Sorry,
whatever the image,
just because
yeah.
if we start
Yeah,
calling this a
yeah, you're
decal,
right, yeah.
it's going to be a mayhem.
You're
Nobody's
right.
gonna know what we're-
When the photocopy
Yeah.
is photocopy it
Down.
has to be up.
I bet it works.
I think it's going to work. Well, thanks for the